We start with breaking news tonight. The search for contaminated water in Airway Heights is growing. Brand new areas are being tested. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Aaron Luna. Nadine has the night off. Last spring, Fairchild Air Force Base announced it had found contaminated water on and near the base, contaminated by chemicals found in firefighting foam that was used there for decades. Today, we learned the search area for contamination is expanding again. Our Hawk camera working for you tonight, telling us how many new wells will be tested. Hawk?
Aaron, right now the Air Force Base is going to be testing 30 new wells north of the base. The new testing area includes the yellow shaded area shown in this map, north of Deno Road and south of Euclid. These 30 or so wells will now join the more than 300 that have been tested thus far for a chemical that has been found to contaminate groundwater in local wells. The PFOS and PFOA can be traced back to a firefighting foam the Air Force had been using for decades. This is only the latest round of testing. The problem first came to light almost 9 months ago when the Air Force Base found their own wells contaminated. In a prior interview with KXLY, the commander of the base, Colonel Ryan Samuelson, says the Air Force is continuing to track the path of the two chemicals.
This is a very deliberate process, data-driven process, that when we look at wells, if we find that they're clean, we keep going in areas to expand. The aquifers are complex. There's lower ones and deep ones. There's areas that channel water different ways.
He says the main concern is north and northeast of the base. It's important to note not all wells in prior testing phases have ended up showing contamination levels above the EPA health advisory of 70 parts per trillion. If a well does test above the level, its owner is supplied bottled water from the Air Force. Residents whose wells turned up contaminated in the earliest testing have been on bottled water for months. KXLY reached out to the Air Force Base today. They say they don't advise folks in the new testing area to switch to bottled water yet. They are asking residents in this area to contact them if they haven't heard from the Air Force Base for permission to sample their wells. And into response about all of this, the Air Force Base commander says, quote, "We are continuing to expand in order to determine the scope of the issue. We care about our neighbors as well as the progress being made and will continue to keep the community informed." KXLY will continue to cover this story. For more information, head to KXLY.com. Reporting live, I'm Hawk Hammer, KXLY 4 News.
Hawk, thank you.